In this example, we're going to approximate fractions as decimals with a calculator. When the corresponding decimal for a fraction doesn't terminate, we will frequently use a calculator to approximate the decimal by dividing and then rounding. Approximate the following fractions with decimals by dividing on your calculator. Give approximations to 1, 2, and 3 decimal places. So in part A, we have 8 over 21, or 8/21. So remember, one interpretation of a fraction is division. So I'm going to divide 8 by 21 and hit enter. Now I want to round to 1, 2, and 3 decimal places. So to round to 1 decimal place, I look at the hundredths digit. It's greater than 5, so I'm going to round up to 0.4. To round to 2 decimal places, I'm going to look at the hundredths place. The thousandths place is 0, so it's 0.38. And finally, to round to 3 decimal places, here's the third decimal place. The fourth is greater than 5, so I'm going to round up to 0.381. Now let's look at the next problem. So we have -13/7. So we could think of the negative sign as belonging to either the 13 or the 17 when we divide. So I'm going to just start with a -13 and then divide by 17. Now let's round to 1, 2, and 3 decimal places. So 1 decimal place, the hundredths is greater than 5, so this is -0.8. Now to round to 2 decimal places, here's the second decimal place, the third is less than 5, so it's -0.76. And to round to 3 decimal places, here's 1, 2, 3 decimal places. The digit to the right is greater than 5, so I'm going to round up to -0.765. Now let's look at the last one. We have -4 and 5/7. Okay, so this can be a little tricky because when we have -4 and 5/7, if you think of this on the number line, it's -4 and an additional -5/7. So I'm going to enter this as -4 plus -5 divided by 7. So the -4 is representing that the 4 is negative, and the -5 divided by 7 is representing that the 5/7 is negative. Let's hit enter, and this makes sense. Our number should be between -4 and -5. So first, to 1 decimal place would be -4.7. To 2 decimal places, well, here's the second decimal place. The third is less than 5, so it's -4.71. And finally, to 3 decimal places, here's 1, 2, 3 decimal places. The digit to the right is less than 5, so I'll round down to -4.714. And those are our final results.